Dead Broadside 952, Ozzy told us that you cannot kill rock and roll. I'm here to tell you, you cannot kill pajamas. What do I mean by that? I was thinking about it last night as I walked past a pair of pajamas. When I say pajamas, for me, I have pajama like pants. I don't have like the whole suit because that's weird. I have t-shirts. I have a t-shirt and I have pajama pants. That's it. And the only time I wear them are when I'm just like around the house in the colder months because I'm a cheap bastard. And I keep my house set on like 65, 66 because I can put on more clothes. And I just hate giving my money. I hate paying for things that I could just do without. You know what I mean? I like saving my money for nice, expensive, dumb crap that I'd rather spend money on, not heat and air. You know, like there's like 4 months out of the year where there's nothing on in my house. I just sweat or open a window. You know, that's just the cheap in me. But so I wear pajamas in the winter when it's cold to supplement the fact that I'm a cheap bastard. But I was thinking about it the other day, yesterday in particular, and I was like, how long have I had these damn pajamas? Now, I've had these, I got probably, I'm going to say like 7, maybe 8, could be 9, sets of pajama bottoms, right? They didn't come as a set, so I didn't have to throw any of the tops away. I just never got them. I don't know. I guess they sell that stuff without. I don't know. They're all Christmas presents. I don't think I've ever bought any for myself. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, you can't wear these things out. Like, how long does it take for a man to, how long must a man walk to destroy a pair of pajamas? I just don't think it's possible. So I'm looking at them, I'm like, the pockets are still tightly woven together. Why they have pockets, I don't really know. But they do, especially the back pocket. Like, I can kind of see why you would have like front pockets in your pajamas. Maybe you're walking around your house with some hard candy, a Werther's, some Mambo or Mambas, whatever that taffy stuff is that I've just recently discovered. I had that for the first time the other day, and then I ate an entire bag of it. So I got to stay away from Mambas. I feel like I was just eating cavities, you know? Stuff just sticks to your teeth like a Jolly Rancher, like a soft Jolly Rancher. But more to the point, what I was saying, I understand why you might have that. You got some hard candy, your cell phone, maybe like a feather boa. I don't know what you're putting in these pockets, but why you've got a back pocket in there? I've never walked around the house in my pajama bottoms and had a wallet in the back pocket. Like, why is there a back pocket in the pajamas? I mean, of course, that said, people do go out in their pajamas, so maybe it's because there's idiots out there that go out into the world, wrongly so, wearing their pajamas. And more, even wrongly-er, is they wear their bedroom shoes. I have a pair of bedroom shoes, and they just sit in the closet and collect dust. I hardly ever wear them because it's weird that I don't wear shoes in my house, so I don't want to wear house shoes in the house. I'll just put on a pair of socks. Because it's not like they're really warm. I mean, it's kind of dumb. But at any rate, the point I was trying to make is the fact that I may have those things till I die. I had a grandparent, and he wore like the whole outfit, you know, the matching top and bottom. Like that's what they wore to bed back then. I don't understand that. I like to be free. I don't want to sleep in any of that stuff. I just wear it around the house again when it's chilly, right? But I wonder if you wore them every night to bed. I mean, that's got to expedite the wearing out process. All I know is I wear them every winter for copious hours at a time. And some of these things are 10, 12, 13 years old even. So, yeah. So I don't think I'm ever going to throw away pajama bottoms. And I think I've been talking about this for far too long. While we're talking about wallets in the back pockets of your PJs, as they're called, a nice little Eddie Murphy show back in the day. That was pretty funny. It was what was it, claymation, I guess? Seems like it was claymation. PJs, the projects. He was like the super or whatever. It was a pretty funny show. I think it was only on for like 2 seasons. But I think it was Eddie Murphy. I'm almost positive. But the trifold wallet, okay? I'm a trifold man, all right? I don't like a bifold, billfold. I think it sounds dumb to say bifold, billfold. I mean, think about if your name was bifold, billfold. How you doing? I'm Harry Reasoner with 60 Minutes. Your name? I'm bifold, billfold. I mean, that would be the dumbest name of alliterative idiocy that you could come up with. That truck, look, you got to see this truck. Look at this. Look at this. That truck has never been washed, has been sitting under a tree. That's like a 2002, that's the pre-Cat Eye Chevy. That thing's been sitting under a tree since it came off the line in 2002. At any rate, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the fact that the trifold wallet is where it's at. And I'm about this close to disowning both of my children because they're going for bifold billfolds, and I can't get behind that. I'll tell you another thing I can't get behind is the fact that Michelle Obama thinks all white people don't like people of her race because of their hair. This is the dumbest thing here's what I've thought about the hair of black women in my life. I remember when I was a kid, I went to school with a girl named Gwen Burnett. I still remember Gwen having some of the nicest handwriting I've ever seen. I'll never understand why women have such good handwriting and men it's all over the place. But, and it doesn't matter socioeconomic, intelligence, nothing matters with regards to your handwriting. Women just have naturally good handwriting. It's weird. Anyway, Gwen, I noticed one day in school, I was like, man, I don't think that there's two black females in this school that have the same haircut. They're like snowflakes. It's quite impressive that you can differentiate your hair that much from one to another, And I've noticed that throughout my life. That is the only thought I've ever given to the hair of black females. And yet, Michelle Obama would have you believe that we are using hair as an instrument of race. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No one cares what anyone's hair looks like. I think the only person whose hair you care about are perhaps your children, because you're kind of resigned to getting their hair cut and managing it and deciding what they can and can't do with it. Kind of like Claire Huxtable determined when Vanessa could wear makeup. But also, I think maybe your significant other. My mom hated my dad when he had a beard. I thought he looked kind of cool with a beard, but he only had it for like a year. And she was like, no! And so he would keep his face shaved because she didn't like it. I think it's kind of the same thing. You got somebody that you're dating somebody and they're like, I'm just not into dreadlocks. Can you cut all that off? You would probably do it out of deference for their, respecting their opinion or whatnot. But nowhere in this world have you or will you ever look at another person, specifically one you don't know, whether they look like you or not, judge their hair, and base that on how you judge them. That is the stupidest criteria forever. Michelle Obama needs to realize the bubble that she exists in and pop it, pop it post haste. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Yeah.